Bearded dragons, with their prehistoric charm and often misunderstood habits, are the subject of many a reptile myth. From the belief that they thrive in cramped quarters to the notion that they're as fierce as their mythical namesake, these gentle lizards are often unfairly judged by tall tales and old wives' stories. In this eye-opening exploration, we'll debunk 7 common misconceptions about bearded dragons, revealing the truth behind these scaly companions. Whether you're a seasoned herpetologist or a curious newcomer considering a beardie for the first time, this journey through myth-busting will illuminate the realities of caring for these unique pets and show just how rewarding a well-informed approach to bearded dragon guardianship can be. 1. They're illegal. The belief that owning a bearded dragon is against the law is largely unfounded and should be discarded as myth. While it's true that exotic pet laws vary greatly from place to place, bearded dragons are widely accepted as pets across many states without the need for special permits. It's important, however, to stay informed about your own state and city's regulations, as they can change and may have specific requirements for the care and keeping of reptiles. Confusion may arise from their name, which they share with the much larger and more formidable Komodo dragon, a species that is indeed illegal to keep as a pet due to their size, nature, and conservation status. Bearded dragons, on the other hand, are far more manageable and are a popular choice for reptile enthusiasts due to their docile demeanor and relatively simple care requirements. This mix-up is a classic case of mistaken identity where, despite a shared moniker, the two creatures couldn't be more different in the eyes of both pet owners and the law. So for those interested in the less daunting, friendly variety of dragon, rest assured that with proper care, they can make a perfectly legal and delightful pet. 2. They're hard to keep. Bearded dragons have garnered a reputation as one of the more manageable reptile pets, which is why they come highly recommended for those looking to graduate from caring for beginner species like anoles. Their care requirements align closely with what you'd expect for most reptiles: a suitable aquarium to call home, a heat source to bask in, and regular bedding changes to ensure cleanliness. What makes bearded dragons particularly appealing is their adaptability, and the ease with which they often acclimate to human interaction, making them less intimidating for those new to the world of larger reptiles. That being said, transitioning to a bearded dragon does mean adjusting to a pet with more substantial needs in terms of space and lifespan. These charismatic critters can grow significantly larger than anoles, necessitating a more spacious enclosure to accommodate their size and activity level. Additionally, with a lifespan that can stretch into the teens with proper care, future beardie owners should be prepared for a long-term commitment. They're not just a pet, they're a companion you'll be nurturing through many stages of life, offering a rewarding experience in exchange for your dedicated care and attention. 3. They're mean. If you've heard whispers of bearded dragons being difficult or cantankerous pets, let me tell you straight from the dragon's mouth, that's pure myth. Often, the misconception arises from their somewhat formidable name, which might conjure up images of fire-breathing creatures of lore. Indeed, dragon carries a certain medieval weight, suggesting these reptiles are as fierce and unapproachable as their mythical counterparts. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. Bearded dragon owners will quickly attest to the gentle and placid nature of these beloved reptiles, who are more inclined to bask peacefully in their enclosures than to act out any fairy tale fierceness. In reality, with regular handling and socialization, bearded dragons tend to develop a tame and friendly disposition, even enjoying the occasional gentle stroke along their spiny scales. They are known to form attachments to their caregivers, often showing clear signs of recognition and comfort when interacting with their humans. By nature, these lizards are curious and engaging, often content to perch on a shoulder or calmly observe the world from the safety of their owner's hands. Their demeanor is a testament to the bond that can be formed through consistent and gentle handling, effectively debunking any myths of a dragon's wrath. With bearded dragons, you're far more likely to encounter a companionable pet than the fearsome beast of fairy tales. 4. They only eat bugs. Many of us might recall the familial debate over pet choices, with objections to reptiles often being the fear of inviting their insect diet indoors. However, this concern overlooks the rather undemanding nature of bearded dragons' dietary habits. Labeling them as mere insect eaters doesn't do justice to their adaptable feeding behavior. Indeed, bearded dragons are opportunistic omnivores, which means they're not picky about their meals in the wild. They'll happily munch on a variety of foods, from the protein-rich crickets to nutrient-packed greens. And yes, on the rare occasion, a small mouse might be on the menu. This varied diet is far from being a hassle. It's an adventure in nutrition that ensures they receive all the essential vitamins and minerals they need to thrive. The beauty of a bearded dragon's diet lies in its diversity, reflecting their natural foraging behavior. In captivity, this translates to a diet that can be easily catered to with a mix of live feed, vegetables, and prepared foods that are readily available at pet stores. Not only does this make meal planning for your scaly friend relatively simple, but it also ensures that their nutritional requirements are met without any live insects ever needing to escape into your living room. So, the image of a house teeming with the bearded dragon's prey is unfounded. In truth, keeping a bearded dragon well-fed is a clean and straightforward task, perfectly suited to a family environment. 5. They need a friend. The common perception that reptiles flourish within a communal living arrangement doesn't hold when it comes to bearded dragons. In their natural habitats, these reptiles are predominantly lone wanderers, only seeking out others of their kind during the breeding season. This solitary nature is typical of many predator species, who must roam far and wide in search of food, rather than share limited resources with others. For the bearded dragon, life in the wild involves a lot of independent exploration and territory establishment, with each dragon carving out its own niche in the ecosystem. Understanding this aspect of bearded dragon behavior is important for potential owners. It's easy to assume that they might enjoy the company of another dragon or two when, in fact, they can become stressed by the forced proximity. This can lead to aggression and territorial disputes which are naturally avoided in the wild where space isn't at a premium. In captivity, they typically prefer to have their own space where they can relax, bask, and eat without competition. Thus, when setting up an enclosure for a bearded dragon, it's crucial to respect their need for solitude to keep them happy and healthy. 6. Bearded dragons are a hands-off pet. The idea that reptiles are hands-off pets is a misconception that doesn't hold true for many species, especially bearded dragons. These sociable lizards are not just tolerant of human touch but often seem to enjoy and even seek out the warmth and contact offered by their owners. Unlike some of their more reclusive reptilian relatives, bearded dragons typically don't mind being picked up and handled. In fact, regular gentle handling can be a key factor in building trust between you and your scaly companion, fostering a bond that's both enjoyable and reassuring to your pet. And there's more to this interaction than just taming and bonding. Bearded dragons, being ectothermic, regulate their body temperature using external sources. And what better source of gentle warmth than a human's body heat? When you hold your bearded dragon, they are likely basking in the comfort of your natural warmth, a welcome respite that can be particularly soothing in cooler environments. Frequent handling also accustoms them to human interaction, making them more relaxed and less stressed during routine activities such as veterinary visits or when meeting new people. Remember, like any aspect of pet care, patience and understanding are key. Handle your bearded dragon with care, and they will likely grow to see you as a safe and beloved part of their world. 7. They must be kept in small tanks. The notion that bearded dragons must be confined to small tanks for them to successfully hunt and eat their food is one that deserves to be debunked. In their natural habitat, these reptiles have no boundaries when pursuing prey, and their hunting instincts don't diminish within the expanses of a larger enclosure. On the contrary, a more spacious environment is beneficial for these active reptiles. It allows them to engage in natural behaviors such as exploring and basking under a heat lamp, similar to the wide-open warmth of the sun they would enjoy in the wild. Not only does a larger tank cater to the growth potential of your bearded dragon, with some reaching up to 24 inches in length, but it also promotes better health and mental well-being. These dynamic creatures thrive when they have room to roam, climb, and play, which, in turn, reduces the frequency of cleaning required by minimizing waste accumulation in any one area. In providing a more generous living space for your bearded dragon, you are mirroring the diversity and the scale of their natural environment, which is a win-win for both you and your pet. It cuts down on the maintenance for you and enriches their quality of life, fostering a more satisfied and well-adjusted reptilian companion. As we pull back the curtain on the myths surrounding bearded dragons, it becomes clear that these reptiles are neither the demanding nor the daunting pets some imagine them to be. By dispelling these 7 common misconceptions, we hope to have not only enlightened but also encouraged a deeper appreciation for these fascinating creatures. Bearded dragons offer a world of interaction, personality and companionship that when understood and cared for properly, can lead to a fulfilling experience for both pet and owner. So, as you consider or continue your journey with a bearded dragon by your side, remember that knowledge is the key to unlocking the joys of cohabitation with these wonderful reptilian friends. Until next time.